All right. Let's first start off with one of the best laptops that you can buy right now, which is this, the MacBook Air M4 2025, the latest MacBook Air that just came out. Look, I am very impressed by this laptop. I'm actually using it right now to read off my jot notes, just so I know all the products I'm covering here. But guys, right now, this laptop is on sale. It's usually $999. It's on sale for $849 on Amazon. And I have a feeling it's gonna come down to $799 or maybe even $789 if we're lucky. This is a laptop that you wanna check out if you're in the market for a laptop. I think Apple really knocked it out of the park. I think after many years of asking, they finally made 16 gigs of RAM standard across all the models. So even the entry-level model that you're gonna get for, the cheaper price is going to have 16 gigs of RAM. It's 30% faster than the M3 chip of last year. The battery life is 15 plus hours, absolutely insane. Love how thin and light this thing, and for the performance, I was like editing my videos and everything on here. This thing is fantastic. If you're a student, content creator, or anybody that has a laptop older than 2020, I think this is a great option for you to upgrade. This is it. So yeah, first product, M4 MacBook Air.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
For too long, guys, AI has taken our jobs. It's time for us to fight back and make AI do our dirty work. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, let's make them clean our homes. Okay, look, on the real, look, there's something special about going to sleep, then waking up and coming back into your room and seeing everything vacuumed and mopped and basically spick and span. It feels special, okay? Okay, look, this vacuum cleaner actually has 15,000 pascals of suction power, which is actually stronger than most cordless vacuums out there. It's got a mop extend feature, which will make sure that the mops get into the corners. This thing will do an entire 360-degree scan of your whole room and your place, wherever you want it to mop and vacuum, and it'll have everything stored. At which point, you can even send the vacuum to certain areas when there's spills or cleaning that you need to do. You know what the cool part is? Once it's all said and done, this thing will literally go back to its base station, dock itself, charge itself up, empty out all the dirty water back into the station, fill itself up with clean water, empty out the dustbin, and it will wash its mop heads with hot water and dry them so they don't end up smelling. And it will fill itself up with detergent for the next round. That's pretty amazing. Like literally you don't need to lift a finger. I'm just gonna take a bubble tea, kick back and relax. Okay, back to the studio. For the next product, I want to talk about this guy. This is the ROG Ally X, and this thing is an absolute game changer for gaming. It actually won the IF Design Award for 2025, and I've been using this thing on the go. Like I recently went on a trip to Taiwan with ASUS actually, in fact, and I actually got a chance to try this out while I was traveling, and this thing was fantastic. I highly recommend it if you're in the market for a PC gaming option that is handheld. This thing is currently $799, but I'm expecting this to hit $649, maybe $699. I'm not 100% sure yet because the prices aren't out fully. But yeah, this thing is gonna be on sale, and here's what makes this device actually really special. They doubled the battery life in this to 80 watt hours, so you're basically getting all day gameplay on this thing. 24 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte storage, which means you can use the storage on this for a lot of different games. And keep in mind, the killer on this thing and what makes this different than Steam Deck and anything else on the market is this is running full Windows 11. So you can run Epic games on here, you can run Steam games on here, you can run Xbox games on here. So a lot of different things you can do. You can even have like your Excel, Word, and all of those other applications like Windows applications running fully on here. And the ergonomics and design of this whole thing is actually really nice. I think if you're into handheld gaming, this is definitely a checkout. Okay, for the next product now, look, protection is very key. You want to make sure that your phone and your AirPods are protected. These ESR actually make some of my favorite cases on the market, and this one is called their ESR Cyber case, and I think I am a fan. Phones are just getting more and more expensive, so when you have a super expensive phone, you want to protect it well. You have your nice camera cut out over here so you can still access your camera, and I love how this thing has padding like all around here, so in case you drop your phone, you still should be good to go for the most part. And the best part with the ESR cases is you have this stand right here built in. Prop it up, pull up like a Tausif Hussain video, and the hinge is strong enough to have like different varying angles. They also have a matching AirPods case here. This is also the Cyber AirPods case, and the reason why I like this particular case, you can hang it off this carabiner, and when you need your AirPods, you can just use a switch, and push the switch and it just pops your AirPods open. This is hands down, like fidgetability score on this goes hard. Now for Prime Day, I'm not 100% sure what the discount's gonna be, but it's usually about 20 to 30% by ESR. So expect like maybe 20 to 25 bucks for the case and about 15 bucks for this AirPods case. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Now, speaking of AirPods, the next product I actually want to talk about, let me get it out of here, are actually the AirPod Pro 2s. These are my go-to headphones of choice for portability, and I just throw these in my pockets or in my, sling bag or in my backpack, and I always have a pair of AirPods around with me. These things are absolutely clutch, especially for answering phone calls and, just listening to something on the go. The noise canceling on these AirPod Pro 2s is so good for the size that these things are phenomenal. I don't leave the house without these. These things are absolutely clutch. Now these things are $249 retail, but historically these things on Amazon Prime have hit like $169 and even $159 before. So expect a pretty good discount, especially considering that the Apple event is coming in a couple months and they might actually upgrade these to the AirPod Pro 3s. So I think we're gonna see a pretty good discount on the Pro 2s, but fantastic pair of headphones. I highly recommend them. Okay, now that we've covered headphones, let's talk about a visual camera hack. This thing is the Obsbot Tiny to Light, and I absolutely love this little camera. If you're a content creator, a streamer, or anybody that takes a lot of meetings, this thing is a complete webcam because it actually has like a gimbal. It can rotate, it can follow you around. So if you're doing like a presentation or you're moving around or anything like that, this thing will actually move around to follow you. It also tracks hand gestures, so you can use your hand to like tell it to stop following you, or if you want to zoom in or zoom out. There's so many different things, neat little things you can do with this. It shoots in 4K, so the quality coming out of this thing is really good. Okay, so this is the webcam and microphone on the MacBook Air 15-inch. Me recording on the Tiny. This is the difference in video quality. It has dual noise canceling mics on it, and overall this is like small enough to also just kind of like throw in your bag and take it with you if you need to. So when it comes to webcams, Obsbot has been, I've actually compared this to like a couple different brands, like even the Insta360 before and stuff. There's a video on my channel if you're interested, but this has been my go-to. It also comes built in with like this little way to, this thing opens up and you can use this to kind of just basically just prop onto any computer or laptop and it kind of just stays there. So if you guys want to see how that's kind of mounted, that's what it looks like. It's like built in, so it's like so easy to kind of just take with you. I like it. And for Prime Day, I'm gonna give you guys a special code if you're interested in that. It's gonna be in the description down below. This is gonna give you like up to 22% off on the actual device. And it's gonna bring the price down even further from $179 to about $140 or $150 bucks. So stay tuned and grab one of those codes if you wanna upgrade your visuals. Okay, this next one is huge, literally. This is the Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2, and I've been actually using this for a month now, and it's completely changed the way we watch movies, Netflix, or game. And here's why I'm actually obsessed with this thing. Firstly, the picture quality is insane. We're talking RGB triple laser, 3000 lumens. It covers 110% of the Rec 2020 color gamut. So in human terms, colors pop like you wouldn't believe. And it's bright enough that I don't actually need to turn off the lights. The video I'm working on here is actually building a home theater setup in my living room. So make sure you guys are subbed if you want to see that, because this video is going to be insane. Look, comparable projectors from other brands cost like $4,000 to $6,000. This thing punches way above its weight class. And I think for the price, it's probably one of the better projector deals that I've seen. So if you've been thinking about building a projector setup or anything like that, again, link down below. All right, moving on. For the next product here, I want to talk about this guy. My favorite over-ear headphones for the year, and that is the WH-1000XM6s by Sony. These things are absolutely phenomenal. I've been traveling with these things. I've been using these things regularly, and I absolutely love them. The noise canceling on this, so noise canceling usually actually kind of like hurts my ears a little bit sometimes, like the pressure buildup. I don't know if you guys are the same way. These are the first headphones where it doesn't do that for me. I'm able to use these for hours, and they're comfortable. I don't feel the pressure buildup, and the entire like softness of the ear cups, the way that the softness of the actual headband. The headband's a little bit wider this year, also for it to sit better on your head. And I absolutely love this case that now we get with it as well. You have the pocket for your cables, but it's like magnetic. right? It's like a mag latch system or something like that. These are currently $449, but I think for Prime Day, you might see them at $399. So just keep a lookout for that. Again, I'll have it all linked in the description down below. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be talking about a few different phones, but the first phone I'm gonna mention here is the OnePlus 13. This thing has absolutely taken the internet by storm. People are raving about this phone, and for good reason. This thing is really nice. If you're in the market for an Android phone, people in the Android sphere are calling this the perfect Android phone for 2025. So just a heads up. This thing is about $899, but OnePlus generally has some sort of deals or something like that. So I'm expecting to see this maybe for like $100 off at $799. So just keep your eyes open. Again, link down below. Okay, now for the next product, I'm gonna kind of lump these both together. That is the iPad mini and the iPad Pro. I believe this is the M4 iPad Pro. Guys, like, two of my absolute all-time favorite iPads. I've made videos on both of these, so if you wanna, drill deeper into it, check out my channel. I love the iPad mini shape. If you are okay with not having the Pro Motion display and you're okay with, a little bit older feeling and looking screen, because I will tell you, there is a difference between this and one of the newer iPhone Pro models or any of the iPad Pros, because you don't have the Pro Motion, you don't have that 120 Hertz display. And I think that's the biggest downside to this device. Other than that, like, this thing is absolutely fantastic. I love taking this around with me, taking quick notes, watching content on it or anything. This thing is an absolute beast for that. And in case, this one is usually $499. I think it's gonna be on sale for like $349. So again, link down below. Now, in terms of the iPad Pro M4, this is a fantastic device. I actually got the one with the nano texture display, and this thing has been absolutely beautiful. I use this for pretty much everything, and I use it in combination with this case, and there's a Moft case I use as well for the iPad, which I love. But this is the perfect, like, if you're looking for an iPad to replace your computer, I think the iPad Pro 11-inch M4 is it. There's a video again on this that I've done exclusively, so I'm gonna have that linked over here. So next up, this is probably my most used device over the past several months, and that is, surprisingly, the Rayban Metas. This thing has absolutely changed the game for me. I love these glasses. Guys, I cannot explain to you how convenient. Like, I use these exclusively for video recording and taking photos, and they come in so darn clutch, because sometimes, like, I'm at my kid's soccer match, or sometimes I'm driving and there's just something interesting, or I want to capture a POV of me doing something. I can just turn on the camera here, and it will give me an entire POV of whatever I'm doing. This is like fantastic. Right now, my hands are free and I can just go ahead and do whatever I need to do. Also, like, this case holds like 50 hours of battery life. So anytime you throw it in here, my glasses are pretty much always charged and ready to go. I haven't like charged this case in like months, literally. Oh, also, bro, I can't explain to you how awesome it is, because these things actually have speakers in them. You can scroll through Instagram, you can watch a YouTube video, you can have a podcast running, and it'll just play to you. Like, you don't have to put in headphones or anything. It'll just play from the glasses. It's like the most convenient thing that I've ever experienced. Like, these things are traditionally $299, but I'm expecting $239, maybe even cheaper for some models. So again, I'll have that link down below. This iPhone, the iPhone 16 Pro, has been horrid on battery life. It's absolutely terrible for me. And because of that, I needed to find a good power bank, and I wanted a MagSafe one because I don't want to like plug into my phone or anything. Look at that. It's 11 p.m. I have actually charged this phone throughout the day several times. I put it on my MagSafe charger at the back there, and look at my battery life right now. It's at 6%, bro. This thing does not last me the full day, even after charging several times. And because of that, I had to find the perfect battery bank, and I think this one is my favorite. This is the Sharge Carbon MagSafe battery bank, and basically Here, you can press this nice red looking button over here and it'll give you the battery indicator. But this thing holds 10,000 milliamps. It's one of the sleekest 10,000 milliamps MagSafe battery banks that I have. And you just throw it on the back there and I don't have to worry. So I literally just carry this with me in my sling at all times. It's always in my backpack or anything, just in case whenever I need to juice up. And you can juice up your iPhone like twice with this battery bank, maybe even a little bit more than that. And you also have USB-C charging on here. So this thing is fantastic. If you're in the market for a battery bank, this one is it. Okay, I quickly also wanted to mention some laptops that I've loved using. So the MacBook is great, but it's Mac. And sometimes you want Windows, right? I recently did a video on the ASUS Strix. My goodness, that laptop like blew my mind. It was like having a elite level gaming desktop put into a laptop. Absolutely love that laptop. But other than that, some other laptops that I really liked, the ASUS Zenbook A14. I made a full video on this laptop as well. I called it the MacBook Air killer. Surprisingly, the Zenbook A14 is thinner and lighter, like significantly feels lighter than the MacBook Air even. That thing was just on another level. But if you wanted something that is even more of a productivity powerhouse beast than the ASUS Zenbook Duo, I also did a video on this guy. This thing has 2 screens and like it has like a built-in stand and everything on the actual laptop. The keyboard detaches and you can have the screen farther away and still use the keyboard to type on, like it just connects automatically with Bluetooth. Or if you want to use it as a regular laptop, it magnetically just attaches to the top and you have a regular laptop here. This is a genius design by ASUS. Okay, now let's say you're in the market for a productivity device, a productivity tablet, but you don't want something that will give you a lot of distractions. This, my friends, is the Remarkable Pro, and I am in love with this tablet. You want it to lock in and take notes, or you want to just draw or scribble or sketch or anything like that, this thing will give you the feeling of paper, but it's the closest feeling of writing on paper, but on a screen. Right? It feels so nice. It's so fluid. It's so smooth. The writing on this, like, I feel like my writing just gets better when I use this. Okay, for my next product, the iPhone 16e and the Pixel 9a. Now look, it's funny we call these budgets, but these things are pretty much flagships from like a year before. These are solid options. I think for majority of the people out there, they don't need all of these lenses and all of the pro features that come with some of these devices. And sometimes you just want something minimal, something that's out of the way, something that's easy to take with you and kind of just, doesn't break the bank as well. I think both of these are fantastic options. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, Tausif, you've mentioned a sling like several times throughout this video. Bruv, like what are you even carrying? What have you been doing? Guys, this is my favorite sling. This is called the Grams 157 City Sling, and this is my absolute go-to. This thing is fantastic, so well made. Italian full grain leather. Exudes like premium quality. Look at the buckle on this thing, all metal. And like the way it like unbuckles as well, like you just pull this lever and this thing comes off. Tons of different storage options. I carry this around with me everywhere nowadays. Yeah, this is the sling that I use. It's a Grams28. The next product I want to talk is AirTags. This thing will save your life, and it has many times for me as well. I throw these things into everything. I think the 4-pack is gonna hit 79 bucks as well, so hopefully a pretty good deal for you to pick up. Guys, one of the products that I have to mention here is because my wife raves about this all the time, and that is an InstantPot. If you don't have an InstantPot and it's Prime Day, what are you doing, right? Trust me, for your mother, for your sister, for your husband, anybody who's into cooking. This thing is the GOAT of kitchens, makes cooking stupid easy. Yeah, if you wanna pick it up, it's usually on sale for like 70 bucks or if not cheaper on Prime Day. Another really well forgotten item, batteries, stock up on them. They're gonna be off on Prime Day, so make sure you pick up a whole bunch, AA, AAA, whatever it is. pick up batteries because this is the cheapest you'll probably get them. And the last two products I want to talk about is firstly an SSD. This is the Samsung, I believe this is the T9 SSD. I'll have a link down below. This is the T7. They also have the T9 now. I absolutely love these Samsung SSDs. They're so nice and small and thin and low profile, and they're super fast. These things are absolutely clutch, and they're usually on a pretty good deal on Prime Day. So again, you can never have enough. I think this particular one for 1 terabyte, you should probably see them for about 90 bucks. Okay, the last and final product is this. This is the Ugreen, I think it's called like the GAN 100 watt Nexo charger or something. I love these Ugreen chargers because they're so travel friendly. The pins kind of like just fold in and you can just throw it into your bag. You have a bunch of different ports on here, and just look how small and cute this thing is. This for like a 100 watt charger. This is probably one of the smallest 100 watt chargers. I plug in like my laptop, my iPad, my phone, whatever I need to, and especially if I'm traveling, this thing is perfect. So get rid of all your other bricks, grab yourself one of these and save yourself a lot of different hassles. Those are pretty much most of the products that I've used extensively. I'm just extending this video unnecessarily long, but if you are here till the very end and you're not gonna leave like a proper, like a good comment, just drop a turtle emoji so I know who you guys are. Because, you know, we're taking life slow. We're in it together. We're together like turtle friends. Yeah. I don't really know what to say more, and I don't know why I'm dragging this on. I should probably cut the video. Yeah, like I should probably